Hey Eagles fans, hope you all had a great holiday season. Whether you celebrated Christmas or just took some time off, I trust you enjoyed the break. Yesterday was a bit quieter in the sports world, as expected with the holidays, but there's still plenty to dive into when it comes to the Eagles and what's ahead for this team. I've been going over the injury report, studying some offensive formations, and thinking a lot about how we can take down the Bills in the upcoming game. Plus, we're going to break down Jahad Campbell's role and see if he's really ready to handle the pressure when it matters most. Let's start by talking about the games over the holiday. The Cancun Bowl between Washington and Dallas was surprisingly competitive. Washington really showed some fight, almost pulling off an upset, but ultimately they didn't have the firepower to close it out. Injuries piled up for both sides, which has been a recurring story this season, and it really highlights how challenging it is to maintain consistency throughout the year. People online are already comparing offenses and debating what they'd look like in playoff scenarios. But we know from experience that Dak and his crew often don't perform the same under that kind of pressure. Beating up on weaker teams is one thing, but the playoffs are a whole different story, and that's when cracks start showing. Other games over the holiday were intriguing as well. Kansas City versus Denver delivered some excitement, though Kansas City was already eliminated before Christmas, which took a little of the intensity out of the match. The Vikings handled the Detroit Lions fairly decisively, further cementing Detroit's absence from playoff contention. It's interesting to see which teams are already mentally checked out versus those that are still fighting to secure better seeding or playoff positioning. These early eliminations can shake up the dynamics for the teams that remain in the hunt, and that's why every game matters now more than ever. Shifting back to the Eagles, I spent a good part of the day after Christmas diving into some offensive strategies and matchups. One thing has become very clear. If we want to have a real shot at beating the Bills, we need to focus on Jalen Hurts under center more often. The key to winning this game offensively lies in keeping things unpredictable while maximizing the efficiency of the run game. Incorporating Tank, BSBY, more frequently is another aspect that can add an extra layer to our offensive playbook. Of course, we want to make sure our main weapons, Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown, are fully involved, creating mismatches and forcing the defense to account for every possibility. Looking back at our previous game against Washington, when we went under center, the offense flowed incredibly well. The play action was smooth, and the combination of the run and pass kept the defense guessing. Saquon Barkley's runs were decisive, often opening up opportunities for big plays, while Devontae Smith made crucial catches that extended drives and put points on the board. Those 10 snaps under center demonstrated how effective this approach can be, resulting in multiple touchdowns and consistent yardage gains. Even if everything isn't perfect, the concept is solid, and it provides a blueprint for how to approach a tougher opponent like the Bills. The Bills present a different kind of challenge, though. Their defense is disciplined, and stopping the run will be critical to limiting their offensive effectiveness. Josh Allen has already proven to be a game changer, but the real danger comes from the complementary pieces, especially James Cook. When Cook finds room to operate, he can dominate a game, and that's where defensive adjustments need to be sharp. This brings us to Jahad Campbell, whose rookie season has been a learning experience. At times, he has struggled against the run, sometimes overthinking whether to commit to a gap or play action, which has created opportunities for opposing offenses. Comparisons with Nico Dean highlight the difference experience makes, as Dean's veteran instincts allow him to attack the line decisively. Campbell's challenge is to translate what he's learned into confident, decisive plays when the game is on the line. Campbell himself has acknowledged the learning curve he's faced since stepping into his starting role. The last couple of months have been about development, understanding the speed of the NFL, and grasping his responsibilities within the team. He's focused on preparation and maintaining the right mindset heading into critical matchups. Playing against Josh Allen and a team that consistently performs deep into January is a test not only of his skills, but also of his ability to stay composed under pressure. His confidence and poise will be on display, and it will be a major indicator of how ready he is for bigger challenges down the line. From an offensive perspective, maintaining versatility will be crucial. We need to keep the defense guessing, mix in under-center snaps with shotgun formations, and make full use of our playmakers in both the passing and running game. The evolution of our offense has been noticeable, with smoother execution in play action and improved coordination between our linemen, tight ends, and skill players. When everything clicks, as it did in those 10 snaps against Washington, it creates opportunities for explosive plays that can shift momentum and keep opponents on their heels. Defensively, the focus must be clear. Stop the run, limit big gains, and pressure Allen when possible without overcommitting. Success in this area hinges on players like Campbell executing decisively, trusting their instincts, and remaining disciplined in their assignments. Every tackle, every read, and every adjustment matters when facing a team that can strike quickly through both the air and ground. Our preparation, attention to detail, and ability to stay calm under pressure will define the outcome. The upcoming matchup is more than just another game. It's a chance to prove that our team can compete at the highest level, that we're not just taking advantage of weaker opponents, but truly capable of executing against elite competition. Seeding matters, positioning matters, and building confidence heading into the playoffs is invaluable. Jalen Carter's return strengthens our defensive line, giving us depth and reliability, while players like Lane Johnson can sit and rest, preserving their health for the postseason. These strategic choices show the balance between maintaining competitiveness and preparing for the long-term goals of the season. The Eagles' offensive strategy needs to remain adaptive. By integrating under-center plays, play action, and involving key players like Tank BSBY, we create layers of complexity for the opposing defense. The goal is to maintain fluidity, sustain drives, and capitalize on mismatches whenever they arise. Saquon Barkley's ability to find gaps and gain significant yardage, combined with Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown's receiving skills, makes for a dynamic approach that can challenge even the most disciplined defenses. It's not about perfection. It's about consistent execution and seizing the right moments to make game-changing plays. At the same time, the defensive unit, led by our young but growing talent, must rise to the occasion. Jahad Campbell's development is under scrutiny, and facing a formidable rushing attack will be the true test of his progression. His decision-making, reaction time, and tackling technique will be critical, particularly when facing James Cook, who has the potential to exploit any hesitation. Watching how Campbell responds in this scenario will give a clear picture of his readiness to carry more responsibility in the seasons to come. Our success depends on coordination across all phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams each have roles that contribute to the overall outcome. Attention to detail, adaptability, and mental resilience are paramount. Every player must execute their assignments, maintain focus, and respond quickly to changes on the field. It's a game of inches, split-second decisions, and strategic adjustments, and preparation off the field directly translates into performance during the game. The matchup with the Bills is a microcosm of everything this season has represented. It tests skill, strategy, adaptability, and mental toughness. Our ability to handle pressure, adjust on the fly, and trust in the system we've built will be key to success. The young players have an opportunity to prove themselves, the veterans have a chance to guide the team, and every snap matters. Whether it's under center snaps, play-action passes, or explosive runs, every detail contributes to the team's performance and potential playoff positioning. Moving forward, one of the biggest questions heading into this matchup is how our defense will handle the Bills' multidimensional attack. Josh Allen isn't just a quarterback, he's a constant threat both in the air and on the ground, which forces defenses to be disciplined and balanced. His mobility means defenders can't overcommit to the line of scrimmage, and any lapse in coverage can turn into a long gain. That's why preparation, film study, and situational awareness are absolutely critical. Every linebacker, cornerback, and safety needs to be aware of their assignments, understand the tendencies of both Allen and James Cook, and react quickly to any breakdowns in coverage. The margin for error is minimal, and in a game like this, every missed assignment can change the momentum instantly. Jahad Campbell's performance will be under a microscope. It's easy to criticize a rookie when things don't go perfectly, but the reality is that learning the NFL game is a process. He's been developing, observing, and studying how veterans like Nico Dean navigate complex scenarios. Now he has the opportunity to put that knowledge into practice against one of the league's most explosive offenses. If he can maintain composure, read plays accurately, and execute decisively, he'll not only help the team win this game, but also prove that he has the tools to be a cornerstone for the defense in the years to come. Confidence is key, and the coaching staff's trust in him can make all the difference. Offensively, the Eagles must continue evolving. The under-center approach with Jalen Hurts has already shown signs of success, particularly when combined with effective play action and strong run blocking from our offensive line. Tank BSBY's versatility adds another layer to the offense, creating mismatches and keeping defenses guessing. Devontae Smith and A.J. Brown remain critical to stretching the field and exploiting coverage weaknesses. When these pieces work in harmony, the offense becomes not only unpredictable but highly efficient, capable of controlling the clock, sustaining drives, and generating explosive plays. Every decision, from snap count to route choice, plays a significant role in dictating the tempo and ultimately the outcome of the game. Looking at the Bills' defensive schemes, they are aggressive and opportunistic. This means that ball security and decision-making are paramount. Turnovers in key moments can swing momentum in a heartbeat, and the Eagles must be prepared to respond. Using pre-snap motion, misdirection, and well-timed play action can disrupt defensive reads and open up passing lanes. Saquon Barkley's ability to gain yards after contact and Devontae Smith's route-running precision will be central to keeping the defense off balance. Every player on offense needs to be in sync, understanding how each adjustment impacts the overall flow of the game. It's a chess match, and execution is the only way to win. In terms of game management, the Eagles have to remain flexible. While the under-center formation has proven effective, there will be moments where shotgun snaps or quick passes are necessary to counter blitzes or defensive shifts. The ability to adapt on the fly, recognize defensive tendencies, and make split-second decisions is what separates a good team from a championship-caliber team. Jalen Hurts' leadership, decision-making, and ability to read the field will be tested like never before, and his chemistry with his receivers can dictate the effectiveness of the entire offensive game plan. Defensively, focus on containment and gap discipline is essential. James Cook has the ability to exploit even the smallest hesitation or misalignment, so defenders must be precise in their positioning and aggressive in their pursuit. Jahad Campbell must rely on instinct and preparation, avoiding second-guessing in high-pressure moments. The coordination between the line, linebackers, and secondary will determine whether we can effectively limit big plays and keep the game within reach. Each tackle, each reaction, and each adjustment contributes to the bigger picture, shaping the game's rhythm and setting the tone for the final outcome. Special teams also play a subtle, yet critical role. Field position, kickoff coverage, and situational kicking can influence momentum in ways that often go unnoticed until it's too late. A well-timed return or a solid coverage play can energize the team and shift momentum in crucial moments. The Eagles' attention to these details reflects a commitment to excellence in every phase of the game, and it reinforces the importance of preparation, focus, and execution at all levels. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like. Your support helps us keep delivering the latest updates on our Philadelphia Eagles. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts on the news in the comments below. The NFL woke up to a wave of disbelief after whispers began circulating that the Philadelphia Eagles could be on the verge of announcing a move that would shake the foundations of American football. According to league insiders, the Eagles are quietly positioning themselves to unveil Dak Prescott, the longtime face of the Dallas Cowboys, as their newest star. If confirmed, the transfer would represent one of the most controversial and emotionally charged shifts in modern NFL history. Prescott has been synonymous with the Cowboys for years, not only as a quarterback but as a symbol of stability, leadership, and resilience in Dallas. The idea of seeing him in midnight green instead of silver and blue feels almost unthinkable to many fans. Yet sources close to both organizations suggest that behind closed doors, conversations have intensified, fueled by contractual uncertainties, locker room dynamics, and Philadelphia's aggressive ambition to redefine its future. From the Eagles' perspective, the move would be a statement of power. Bringing in a proven leader from their most bitter rival would send a message that no boundary is off-limits when it comes to winning. Prescott's experience, poise under pressure, and marketability could instantly elevate the franchise, both on the field and commercially. Jersey sales, primetime attention, and endless debate would follow. Skeptics argue that the rumor sounds too explosive to be real, pointing to the historical rivalry between the franchises and the backlash such a decision would provoke. Cowboys supporters would likely feel betrayed, while Eagles fans remain divided between excitement and disbelief. Still, the NFL has taught its audience that business often overrides tradition. For now, neither camp has confirmed anything, but the silence only feeds speculation. Whether this rumor becomes reality or fades into legend, one thing is certain. The mere possibility of Dak Prescott crossing enemy lines has already rewritten the conversation around loyalty, rivalry, and ambition in American sports. That's it for this update. If you enjoyed the video and want to stay updated with exclusive news about our Philadelphia Eagles, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that like button. We can't wait to hear your thoughts in the comments. See you in the next video.